Hi everybody, it's Julie. Welcome to the Messy Desk. We have a new mat. It is a new mat for for videotaping. It is a mat that I've had for quite a while from when I did quilting. I'm not going to be probably doing that, and so I pulled it out. It is a self-healing cutting mat, and I just needed to replace our trusty little black mat, and so we said goodbye to that one, and we have this one, and it reminds me of my mom. It still has all of the these are numbered down here, so it still has that, which I love, and it actually covers a whole lot more space. I have space here. I have like twice this much space to spread my stuff out, and I am really excited. So remember that today, after the premiere, we have a live video scheduled in the Facebook group. So watch for that. It'll be about 10 minutes after I finish. Actually, it'll be right after the premiere. I was going to say it needed to be 10 minutes, but I just want to make sure that I can put the dogs out and everything before the live, but that should be fine. So right after the premiere. So today is our mini challenge in the challenge, and you are going to want your 5 cardstocks. Okay, so I have my plaid or lined. I chose plaid. I have my color. I have my small floral, my large floral, and then for my free one, I chose this here. I also have my file folder. Okay, so we're going to use that, but I've had several of you say that you were not able to find cardstock. So I'm going to use book paper, but you're going to want to use either book paper or cardstock. I'm going to use the blank area of my cardstock. And you know what? I'm just going to grab another book page. Okay. And so to start off with, I'm going to show you how how I would go ahead and make my lined paper. Okay, so one of the things that I would do is go ahead, you get to use 4 ink pads and something to apply it. So I would go ahead and just take that and then move it over. Okay, whoop. If you have papers that you want to ink, then that's what I would use here, is pages that you actually wanted to ink. Okay, so this could give you striped. Okay, you've seen me do this many times. If you're looking for a way to ink your pages, the backs of your pages, maybe you're out of ink and can't print something to put on the backs of your pages, then you can just go ahead and ink them. And for me, doing the stripes is one of the ways to be able to do that. Now, to do your plaid, you can come back in and add a different color, is one of the ways. Okay, so my pink is, I'm kind of on my edge, on the edge here. Okay, so I'm gonna get this, and I think even just using the 2 colors, you're going to get enough of a look, because the 2 colors together are going to give you a 3rd color. that I think that that would give you a plaid. And since I'm in charge of this challenge, I'm going to tell you that that's going to be, I'm going to consider that a plaid for you if you want to consider that a plaid. How cool is this? Now I should be going along my lines here, and then I wouldn't be all crooked. But that is going to give me a plaid. Okay, so stripe or plaid. And of course, if you want to add another color to it, you can go ahead and add another color, and I would do the whole page. Okay, so there is a plaid. Excuse me. And look at how pretty my inking looks. I have to check. I don't remember if I got inker for the flamingo one or not, because it seems to be, well, it seemed to be kind of dry when I got it. Okay, so book page plaid. Whoa. We'll hold it down over here. Remember, you can tape your page down also. Okay, so that's going to give me plaid. Okay, so next I was thinking large flowers, so I'm going to go ahead and take my round one and just go ahead and put this on here. Now I am going around the outside a little bit to give it, see how we've got the differentiation in color. Okay, so we have our dots. Then I'm going to bring out one of the pens. Now, I'm going to let you add an ink pen today. I know I wasn't going to let you add anything, but I'm actually going to let you add an ink pen. Okay, so going around, so you already have picked your other four. I'm just going to go ahead and doodle around like this, and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to go around where my pink is still showing, and that will give me a rose. Okay, and I started on the outside because I wanted to not be a circle, and I found that when I started on the inside, personally, I did more of a circle. Okay. Okay. So just going around, and you saw that I had done that, and I'm not doing it round. So I'm starting out with a round piece, sort of, and then kind of coming into the angles and hitting it. Okay, so you can decide which way you like best. So if I kind of go around and I'm kind of hitting off the edges, kind of like if it was a spirograph or something. Okay, so roses. Then adding that last little piece around the outside, the petals, I think that that's what makes it look like a rose, because otherwise you just kind of look like a spiral. But you add those petals around the outside and you get that that look that it's a flower. Okay. Oh, looks like I already did the petals over here. Okay, so large flowers, and you can go ahead and if you wanted to, you can add a leaf or two. You can make them short like that, or you can make them big. Okay, however you want to do. But that would give me large flowers. Okay, large flowers. Small flowers. You got like small flowers. I would just go ahead and doodle some small flowers. Now I told you could use magazines. You could use a calendar for your large flowers and small flowers. So to get those, I didn't want you to not be able to play because you didn't have floral. And yes, it needs to be floral. It can be weeds. Okay, so covering your page with the daisies. Look at how many of the paper pads that we purchase, the flowers are not perfect. Okay, so you might find you actually enjoy this or not. So large flower, small flower, stripe or plaid. Your color, you should have something that you can use for that, or you can just ink a whole page. Okay. Then you can color this in or not. I'm going to show you another small flower that you can do. Okay, so I think so you're supposed to be 8.5 by 11 papers. I'm going to use these. So this was just to show you an idea. Okay, you still need to do 8.5 by 11. Actually, so we're going to use some of this today, and then you're going to be able to use the rest of this in your journal however you want to. Actually, we do have one other thing that we're going to do with these. Okay, so daisies all over. So our other small flower idea is, let's grab another paper, to take the bottom of, let's do yellow. Okay, so take the bottom of the inker, okay, and Look at how cool that looks. I mean, you could do this on the back of a page and it's going to look really cool, I think. What do you think? Isn't that cool? Okay. So I'm going to leave that. I like that. I'm going to grab another one just to show you. I like those dots. Okay, so say we've got some dots. So another thing that you can do the rose like we did before. Okay, and you'll just have the light color of the yellow. You can go ahead and turn it into a daisy, just like that. Okay, you can also go ahead and turn it into like a tulip flower, or give it some petals. Okay, and so that can give you some other ideas. You might have other things that you can use the bottom of. It needs to be from your kit of things that you're using. So maybe your glue. Okay, so your glue is just going to give you that. Okay. But how cool is that? You can use that. Let's see, what is this one going to give us? So like that one gives you a rectangle. I don't know how you would turn that into a flower, but I'm sure some of you out there would figure that out. So, so any of your glues, you're going to be able to use the bottoms or the tops, or even the side. Oh wow, look at that for your stripes, you guys. It's messy. It's messy, but look at that. That could be your stripes. Using that's your glossy accents, the side of it. Look at that. Okay, so, okay, and then your free paper, you're going to be able to pick anything that you want. So, any cardstock that you want for your color one. That one is supposed to be inked, or it's supposed to be like a watercolor. So for that one, if you don't have one, you can go ahead and ink a piece of cardstock. Okay. And you see, I'm not inking the whole thing. I'm kind of making it look cloudy, like, because so many of the paper pads have something along that line. So, there, that gives me my color. So I have a color, I have my large flower, I have my small flower, and how could I, well, we can just, what if we take this, and I think we'll do yellow. Okay. I'm just going to put that around. That is just so much easier than that sponge, and it keeps it on my flower. Okay. Giving it some color. Then remember, you have your ink pens. If you want to, you can do this page using your ink pens. So I'm going to show you that real quick, and then we'll move on to today's project. Okay, so if you do this and show us, I will put a box in the challenge, which is the foundations, February foundations challenge. I'll put a post in there where you can show us your handmade, in case you just want to try it. You know, maybe just make something for your journal. Make this, you can, because remember, your mini challenge and the challenge can be for any project. However, you have to finish your mini challenge and the challenge for the February challenge. It is a required element this time. Today's project, which we're going to get to in just a moment, and next Monday's challenge. And what they're going to do is they're going to give you things to fill the pockets in the things that we've made, foundation wise. Okay, so there's that. And then you could come in with your pen that you're using. And remember, I told you that you get a black pen. I'm just doing 3 dots randomly. Okay. There's my small flowers. Could go ahead and add leaves out of, but I'm not going to, because that's a lot of leaves I would have to add. I'll add one right up here. Well, I'll add it on this one just to show you. So I'm not going to. Okay, so small flowers, large flowers. I will, for my thing, I'll probably use this area and my plaid. Okay, so I have, and then my free page, I'll use the same free page. Okay, so let me show you real quick. I love that. I'm putting that in my stuff to use. Maybe that'll be my free page. Okay, so another thing is with your pens, you can go ahead and do stripes. You do not need a ruler. Okay, so I did them fine point, and now I'm turning them over on their sides to go across, and that will give me that. And then I can come in with my pink and go across in a pattern. And this time I'm going to use the side of my pink to come down here. Okay, and then do the pointy one right next to it. Do not have to do the same thing in the same directions, but or in the opposite directions, but I do want. Okay, so now here we've got blue, and I think I'll double my blue, maybe triple it. Two, three, okay, and then But you see we're getting a plaid. Of course, you can just do lines. You need either lined or plaid paper. Okay. So there's my plaid. And then for your small flowers, you can just go ahead and actually make them out of the color. You can fill in the color if you want to, or leave it just like that. You can go ahead and do a dot flower. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then put another color on the inside if you wanted to. You could go ahead and do your swirly rose. Okay. So starting this one, I'm starting, and then I'm doing the boomerang thing. And then if you go around the outside, you get, okay. So, yeah. So I'm looking forward to seeing your doodles. And so a large flower, a small flower, your stripe or plaid, and then of course that just, that's using the pens that I'm using this time. So, okay. So, we are going to go ahead and move on. So you can pull out your handmade 5 pages or your other and your file folder. So the first thing I'm going to do is I want to be able to use this piece of file folder. So I'm going to measure it. I am going to cut this into 3-inch strips. Okay, so 3-inch strips. I'm going to cut that, make it nice, and then we'll come over here and grab our, line it up for a 3-inch strip, and I need 5 3-inch strips. Okay, 5 3-inch strips. That's 2. Okay. I'm going to put my inks away over here. Look, I have room and my ink daubers can go up here. Okay. So 5 3-inch strips. So we'll go along and three, 4. And this is my file folder. I have so many of these peach file folders. Okay, so that gives me my 5 strips. Now I need 3-inch strips of each of my cardstock pieces. So there's 1. And they need to be at least like around 7 inches long. Remember your 8.5 by 11 or 8 by 10. So now I want them to be going up and down. So I'm going to cut my strip from here. And I'm going to cut this one from here. So 3-inch strips. Okay. Now they've got this one here. Now you see my words are upside down. So both sides, either way, my words will be upside down. So I'm going to turn this over and cut it this way. Okay, so 3-inch, because I want all my things to be upright. Okay, so there I've got my words upright. I know, it's really weird. Okay, so now I am going to, I want mine at 7 inches. So everybody, 7 inches for this direction. Okay. So there's that. 7 inches. Seven inches. So all 5 of your cardstocks cut into 7-inch pieces, and then save your other pieces. And this one. 7 inches. Okay. Now also you need to cut your 5 file folders into 7-inch pieces. So let's go ahead and do that. That's an extra piece. Okay. So 7 inches. One. So, a way of getting an eclectic look in your journal, so everything doesn't just look the same, is by using a large floral or pattern. Now, we're using floral, but a large floral or pattern, a small floral or pattern that is similar colors, okay? A stripe or a plaid and a color, and then adding in that free thing, and you see how they connect. It's just I think it's just a really cool thing, so I wanted to share that. I was reminded by some old wallpaper. Okay, so now we are going to go ahead and we're going to cut this. And so I have all 5 of my pieces together, my 5 cardstock pieces. And you might have to do these in 2 pieces, depending on if you're super thick cardstock. I like to go ahead and leave my corners. I don't cut from the corner. I'll go up and cut a little bit up, like a 1/2 inch, and we're going to cut this into a puzzle. Okay, so this is going to be the first piece of the puzzle. Okay, then we're going to line these up, and again, I want to keep a little bit of this side, and you know what, this time I'm going to go ahead and do this. I'm going to cut a triangle. Okay. There's my triangle. That's part number 2. Okay, so part number 2. Across, just like that. Part number 3. And then up here, you know what? Let's do this. I want these to be similar, but definitely different. So I did one bigger than the other because if they're too much alike, it could cause problems. So again, I have my 5 file folder pieces. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take our large bottom and we're going to lay them out. Let's just lay them out. 3. Okay, so that's piece number 1. Now this one, we're going to move it over to this second piece here, and we're making our patchwork tags. We have a lot of new people, and this is something that I definitely think could be a foundation piece. If you are doing, I know a lot of you are doing things that are more neutral, and I mean, you could do this and then they're ready for whatever. So 1, 2, this is our third one. So I'm going to start here. And you see them coming together. Look how pretty that looks. Okay, number 4. 7-inch is a good size of tag for a 9-inch journal cover, when your cover is 9 inches. And here's our last one. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, and there's our 5th. Okay. And we have 5 tags. So the next thing we're going to do is we are going to glue these pieces on here. I have a brand new glue stick. I'm excited to have a brand new glue stick on my sort of brand new mat. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put glue on like 3/4 of this. And I'll start with the big bottom piece. And we're just gonna glue our puzzle together onto the file card. The cool thing about the file card is it is a great background. It gives, it's heavy. So we have that going on here. Oh, I forgot to add more the glue for all the way up to the top. Okay, so you guys have seen several ways that I have decorated these after, because usually we have to add 3 things to them. But this time, this is your foundation. And so we do not have to add anything to them. Okay, so we are going to do that, and we'll get all 5 of them done, and I'll be right back. And there you go. We have our 5 cards. Now, usually I'd go back and I'd cut these, but I am going to wait because I don't know yet how I'm going to decorate them. And if I decorate them to where I don't need to worry about it, I've got to get used to, my whole desk is changed, and I love it. You guys, I have room. I have room. So, well, I lied. I'm going to go ahead and cut these down. Okay. So just by turning it over, I can see. I'm not going to worry about the places that ended up, where they had like a little bit of the peach showing, but this is what I've got. And I think these are going to be amazing to use in my journal. I have not put it together yet, but I've got what we've made so far. Okay, so we have, this might have to cut it down to fit in there if you want it to go in there. But these, and you see how we've got a foundation. We're going to be doing belly band and some other things coming up tomorrow. But look at there. Look it. I just wanted to have you to have things that were filling it in, and you would have all the things you need. I mean, look. Oh, I think that should go on the top tuck. Okay, so there we go. I stuck them in there, but that's what we've got. Our beautiful patchwork tags, okay? And of course, you can do the same thing using your doodles, okay? I could even use that one. But look at, that could be my free page. That's my color. Okay, so I could do the same thing with these, and there you go. So I hope that gave you some ideas, and it gave you some ways of being able to, if you didn't have the cardstock, to be able to come up with items so that you could do this little project. And we do have another project using your 5 cardstock pieces. I'm missing one. Okay. Ah, there, the belly band. Okay, so this is what I've got so far of my foundation journal. And oh my gosh, you guys, I've started seeing people posting their things that they've made, and it is so cool. So if you don't know what I'm talking about when I'm talking about our challenge, is we do a challenge here each month. This month is our Foundations February. We're making a journal using just foundation items, using the background digitals from Dear Julie. Again, they are still on sale in the Etsy shop. I have some of them here to show you. We have the Sunshine in Leaf. Okay. We have the avocado dyed paper, the pink and black background kit, the zoo animal background kit. This is the antique in leaf digital, the lace grunge digital, the dark swirl digital, blue hollyhocks and daisy, assorted floral, colorful daisy, mama's quilt, and this is sherbet sunset and daisy grunge. Okay, so those are all on sale for 40% off in the Etsy shop through the 7th. So if you are wondering if it's a background kit that qualifies, that's one of the ways you're going to be able to tell, is through the 7th, it's on sale in the Etsy shop. And what happens is there's large tag pages, there's postcard pages, and there are side-by-side pages in those kits, and you'll be able to make all of the elements that I've been making the last couple, since the beginning of February, and you'll be able to make a foundation journal that you'll then come back and embellish with whatever theme you want. And I think it's going to be really, really fun, and I think it's going to be a great way to work on something when you aren't sure yet what you want to do. Yeah, so mini challenge in the challenge. Take your 5 cardstock pages and make these, and your extra mini challenge. This you post in the mini challenge in the challenge event in the Scrap All About It with Dear Julie Facebook group. when you're finished. And the other, when you do your doodles, then you post your doodles in the foundations, the February foundations journal. I'm looking forward to seeing those. Okay, so again, we'll be live in the Facebook group in just a couple minutes. Come on over. The link is in the description box down below, and we'll also put it in the chat. And we'll see you over there. And if you want to come on and say hello, hopefully we'll have that option. And we look forward to seeing you. Have an amazing day. I'll see you tomorrow. Oh, I also have the possibility of going live later today here on YouTube. So make sure that your notifications are set. I will know by 3:30 Pacific time. So I will put a post up that says that we'll be live. So you can check and it'll say the time. Okay? Find something to celebrate every day. Have an amazing day. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Bye-bye. See you in the Facebook group. Bye.